Actually, you only overshot by 30 seconds. Thank you so much. We have quite a number of questions in front. I'll take 3 from those that have been submitted, and then a few from the floor in a few minutes. Number 5 will be the first, but just a minute. Okay. Daniel. Daniel. Hi. Yeah, we're here. Okay. How do you determine, because it's a question I think that many people have asked in this, how do you determine the smallholders' OER accurately?
In the end, it was a mill determining this. The mills, or what we did was, let's say like this, the mills know, from my understanding, the mills in Thailand know quite well, like the OER they are getting out of their mill. They have something, well, they don't have a mass balance system in place, but then they did some separate processing of those smallholder fruits which have been delivered, and by this they have some understanding at least what it is. Then Sanaya was talking about those, about the national figures of OER. There it was also quite clear when we compared like those fruits which have been delivered by those certified smallholders, comparing those fruits which have been delivered by non-certified smallholders, that you could immediately at the ramp or at the mill see differences in quality. How to exactly determine it, remains a challenge, and it is difficult because in the end the mill would need to close down to process their normal fruits and doing really test runs with those smallholder fruits which have been delivered.
Thank you. Senia, are smallholders being shortchanged? In OAR, you mentioned that the mill, what we have is a difference between what the mill is getting as an oil extraction rate and what the smallholders did. Are we getting shortchanged here?
Through my audits and document review, and also the consultation with the mill marketing representatives, my personal opinion is I don't think so, because the OER given to the farmers is transparent, is discussed with the farmers, and is also agreed and accepted by the farmers. However, the OER given is slightly higher than the other groups who are not inside this certified group.
Thank you. Another question, this is from Adi from Lonesome. It's also a follow-up question from Bambi DY, and it's to Anthony. It's about high conservation value. How do you manage, identify, monitor the high conservation values within the smallholder concessions?
Yeah, thank you for the question. We have, as I mentioned just now, we have our team, our team, sustainability team, the 20 support staff. Part of the staff are just for the HCBF and the buffer zones, the buffer zones, the riparian zones, the HCBF area. They go around monitoring this, talking to the farmers. We have a whole set of posters which we document, and during our monthly meeting with the farmers, we inform them a lot through pictures, pictures that we can easily relate to them. Those animals that they are not allowed to hunt, those animals that they are supposed to conserve, the riparian zone which they are not supposed to start felling, But with our farmers, because of the trust and transparency which we have with them, they are very accommodating to us, and the trust is there, and when we monitor this, they come along with us, they follow us, we explain to them, but there is no, and they will also prevent outsiders from coming in, hunting into our areas and illegal encroachment. These are the farmers that have been us for over 25 years. So that's how we are monitoring our HCVF and other high conservation areas in our smallholders. 600 hectares is huge with that 20 support staff.
Thank you. You might get some follow-up questions during coffee on that one. I'll take one from the floor just to keep your interest going. One hand over there at the back. We'll take that one only. And I'll go back to some interesting questions on here.
Hi, Daniel Hosman with IDH Sustainable Trade Initiative, and my questions are directed to Daniel Mai. First off, congratulations on what you've been able to do in Thailand, and my question is, how could you then scale this up to tens of thousands and even hundreds of thousands of smallholder farmers, independent ones? And what are the potential solutions of these challenges that would not always have to depend on donor funding in the long term?
It's a question of the challenges. Sorry, I just missed the question.
What was the question? How do you scale it? The question is really how do you scale up from a small number to a large number, and can you apply the same methodology?
This is what we have been thinking about, and this is what we are currently evaluating. On the one hand, in the end, the mills are playing a key factor in this, because the mills are supporting all those groups in their group management, and we don't have an answer now. How big can we scale up those groups in order that their internal control systems properly work, in order that their internal control systems are, still coming to satisfying needs to satisfy the auditors. Like our impression from the groups we are having, like the biggest group is composing of 160 members. There we are getting quite complex challenges when it's coming to all those documentation, issues. And we heard from Senaya that, for instance, very often the children are supporting their parents in documentation, and this shows like those challenges we are having there. Our key role is with the mills to support those farmers or providing the farmers, but we don't have a clear answer how big you can upscale those groups. And this is something what we will have to work on the next years.
Thank you. Now a question to Daniel Tan. Are you implying that RSPO certification is excluding smallholders due to the complex nature of certification?
Outgrowers like us are not, I think, deliberately excluded. I personally think it's because in the past, everybody is too concerned with the big boys. Outgrowers like us happen to be collateral damage. I think it's an overlook, and I hope they will update it soon. And there's another part of the question which asks about guaranteed premium. Ladies and gentlemen, if you get to my age, then you will understand why we always have hearing problem. Sanctions, deadlines, sometimes we are quite not responsive to all these things, but mention premium, we'll all wake up. But even though at that point of time I was excluded, but I take the trouble to do a pilot assessment just to find out how we fared, trying to stay ahead and up to date on time. Sustainability, in my opinion, is common sense, with or without premium. If the topsoil is washed out, or if the environment is permanently damaged, I think as an outgrower like me, we won't last too long anyway. Premiums help, but I think we will also learn about sustainable practice with or without premium. Thank you.
I'd like... Yeah, I deserve that. I'd like to follow up with a challenge. This is from Darrell Weber. See, you've got to listen. Yeah, from the RSPO, apparently. Would MEOA be willing to spearhead a multi-stakeholder task force to deliberate and provide solutions to enable independent outgrowers to get RSPO certified? That's just put you on the spot, Dan.
I don't think I can say anything or commit to MEOA. As a farmer, if I spend too much time with all this task force, by the time I get back, I think the farm is no longer there.
So we'll do this one now.